In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night.
Is this better for you?
Yes. Because
I will talk like this the whole time.
Great. Because sometimes you'll talk and then you'll go like this away from the microphone.
Oh, only me?
Yeah, only you. No.
That's a lie because you do all the time. So I don't want to hear it.
Anyway, welcome. Hello. Bienvenue.
Buenas noches.
Can you say that any more American?
Yeah.
Guys, take a shot. Dogs are fighting.
Yeah, Fifi and Arrow are going at it.
And Lala's staring at the door.
Yeah, like a little weirdo. But she's so cute.
Remember when she used to sit in the corner and just like stare at the wall?
She still does.
It's hilarious.
It's creepy. It's not hilarious.
Just a little
creepy.
bit.
She's taken after her mom. Possessed.
Great.
Yeah.
We were watching Big Bang Theory, and this was like probably the best description of our relationship is I'm dark on the inside, you're dark on the outside.
It's just true. And it's facts of life. You are very dark on the inside.
I like scary things.
You are a scary thing.
You're like Raj, and I'm like Emily.
Why am I like Raj?
Because that's what he said. He's like, I'm dark on the outside.
Oh.
And she likes to she wanted to have sex in a cemetery.
That is definitely you.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely 100%.
And she got this head and had like needles in it, and she's like, if we put a light on this, it would be a perfect lamp. And I'm like, yeah,
that's fine.
It's great.
I thought she was gonna like try to make out with the skull or something.
No,
I can see you doing that.
My name's Katie.
Why'd you ignore that?
I just get over things quickly, and I just like, you're like a speed bump sometimes, and I just gun it.
Sometimes, all the time.
You're dead weight.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
See, if we were an Amazing Race, you would be the bane of my existence because you'd sit there and stare at the sun for
probably
20 hours.
I need to get my vitamin D.
Your eyes need that?
My eyes need that.
The host is like, wow.
Take another shot.
Guys, seriously.
Damn, only 2 minutes in. That's 2 shots already.
Fuck.
I think the most is like 3 or something like that.
3 or 4 minutes in, yeah.
No, I mean like 3 shots within like 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, God. Yeah, now we have 2.
They went ham biscuits that day.
I wonder if anybody actually does take shots. If you do,
I really hope so.
I hope so. Not while you're driving, obviously.
No,
but
take shots while you're driving. Don't be like that. Don't be a pansy. Be hardcore.
We're good.
Just have a liquor bottle.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Just rudely interrupt me when
I'm over that conversation.
I'm not. I'm still
continuing.
Remember
during Valentine's Day we were eating and he was talking and I started shaking my head back and forth because I was wearing bigger hoop earrings and he's like, what? No, I was like, I just got bored of the conversation, so I was entertaining myself by hitting myself.
Hitting herself with her with loop earrings.
And so I would do that periodically when he's talking to me and I would just shake my head back and forth hitting the earrings and I was like, that was
rude.
It's great.
It's rudeness is what it is. I'm over this conversation.
Great. What's your
name? Moving on. See how it feels?
I'm okay with it. I don't know why you bitch and moan about it.
Ler.
With G-Dawg, I thought. We finally remembered it.
Yeah, we did. G-Dawg. There we go. Back to G-Dawg.
What is G-Dawg? What does it stand for?
Gangster dog. It's like
you're
like
a cream puff. Like, come on.
Considering I'm the one who yelled in a theater and you couldn't do it. So
I shushed them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that did a lot of damage.
Well, stopped them for a little bit.
Yeah, for like 30 seconds.
So for Valentine's Day plans, we went to a restaurant and then we went to a movie. We went to see Megan. But the problem was that people kept on talking, like having full-fledged fucking conversations during the theater, like in their normal voice, not whispering. Mm-hmm. It was just normal voices. So halfway through, I just like shushed them and I was about to rip a girl's ponytail because she was just being obnoxious on TikTok. I'm like, why would you go to a movie and then look at your TikTok?
Right.
Anyway,
to the movie.
So I was shushing them, and while I was shushing him, he's like, Ty said, wait, we're trying to watch a fucking movie. That's when everybody stopped like talking and they just sat there the rest of the movie. And I was like, why would you go to a movie and try to have a conversation with somebody at the movie theater?
Because they're children, I guess. Like I saw they end up getting picked up by someone. I don't even know who it was. But
that's just, to me, I don't know.
That's rude.
If you have a comment about the movie, comment about the movie, yes. But they're having a conversation that had nothing to do with the movie.
Full-fledged conversations.
Anyway, that's my soapbox. Fuck y'all. If you talk in theaters, fuck you. But
yeah, I mean, just talking in general during a movie. Like, I know saying like a comment about the movie briefly and then stopping is fine.
right.
But like constantly, the people that talk during movies at home or in theaters or at a friend's house, just watching a movie in general, shut the fuck up. Simple.
There's
Easy.
a special place in hell for y'all.
Very special place, right next to Satan.
He's your home dog.
Yeah, on his lap with his belt.
Oh.
And he's just.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a Santa thing. Like you sit on his lap and you say, "Hey, this is what I want for
obviously, no. It is not a pleasant thing.
For some people, I'm sure it would be.
There's Satan lapdog, and it's like the movie.
Violent Night.
No, This Is the End, or this is.
I have not seen that.
You have not seen that? Might need to be one of my movies then.
You have a lot of them. So today's episode was going to be a little darker than normal, and so I took it upon myself to find something that's going to lighten the mood, so that way when we dive into the darkness, at least you have something to laugh
Well,
at.
we can just have all darkness.
But I found this and I wanted to say it because it's hilarious. So I heard this on another episode of Wine and Crime where they're just listing out different names for jizz. And I was like, you know what? That's going to be fun to talk about. So right now I have a list. It says 93, but it skips over numbers. It's like about 20 or 25 different terms that you can call jizz.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the first one is hilarious. Baby batter.
Baby batter.
Like pancake batter.
That's gross.
What about ball barf?
That does not sound appetizing at all.
This makes me sad. Buttermilk.
I mean, yeah, that one's better of the two.
Clam sauce.
That's gross.
Oh, there's another one. Take a
shot.
Cock droplets.
That sounds gross too. It's like rat poop, rat droplings.
Ew. Cock snot.
That's gross too. Jesus, what is wrong with these people?
How about daddy sauce?
That's better. I'm sure there's a lot of what is it? Is it Gen Z that's after us?
Probably, I don't know.
Not millennials.
X.
What's after us? Oh, Generation
Y.
Gen
Q.
X. I think it's Gen X.
Z. Generation Z. Gen Z.
Gen Z.
We're millennials.
That's probably what Gen Z people call as daddy sauce.
What about
daddy sauce?
Erectoplasm.
What? That's like from the anus. No.
No. Ectoplasm is like what ghosts are made of. And what are you doing?
They're eating it.
So that's erectoplasm because it's an erection, but then it's plasm that comes out.
I'm hearing rectum plasm.
Okay, what about face cream?
That's a good one. Yeah, a lot of women do use that as face cream.
Fish dip.
That's gross.
That is really
What
gross.
is that, like semen mixed with like a woman's bodily fluids? But it's fishy.
What did I say the other day? We were talking about, you prefer tacos? And I was like, fish tacos?
Yeah, fish tacos. I was like,
All right, what about fun gel?
Fun gel? No.
This is my favorite one. Gentleman's relish.
That's a good one.
I like that one. High fructose corn syrup. Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise? No.
Like mayonnaise, but
obviously, I get that.
Love liquor.
I like that one. Love liquor.
Male tears.
Nah.
Man chowder.
That's like the other one.
I don't know. I like that one, man chowder. This one's fun. Nizzle drizzle.
Nizzle drizzle.
Nut butter.
That's a good one.
Oil of Ulay.
No.
This one's fun. Onward Christian Soldiers.
What?
It's a song. It's a Christian song.
Oh.
Penis colada. That's fun.
Peanut coladas are gross anyway, so yeah.
Prick liquid.
Prick liquid?
So pricklid. Protein shake.
Yeah, it is a protein. What do you call it? Oh, protein shake? That should be one on there.
Satchel syrup.
Satchel syrup? No.
Snake spray.
I mean, some do have like big cum shots. Yeah, that could work.
Oh, this one's really gross. Throat yogurt. We only have 3 left. Trouser gravy.
So that's like the afterwards after you like and you put it back in your pants and you go to use the restroom later and it's like dried up in there. That's what that
gross. Turkey spit.
Ew.
And last but not least, wiener sauce.
Wiener sauce. That's a good one. I'm surprised they don't have moon juice on there.
They had there was 100 different things. I was not putting them all. I only put the good ones on that I thought that were hilarious.
The first two are kind of gross.
Daddy sauce.
Daddy sauce is probably the best one on there.
Gentleman's relish.
No, daddy sauce trumps all of them.
Daddy sauce.
Daddy sauce.
You have to say it like that. Daddy sauce.
Can I get some of your daddy sauce in my mouth, please?
I don't know what to say to that, and it bothers me so much.
It's like fire starter. It's like, imagine her saying that. I'm coming for your daddy sauce.
Oh my God.
My soul is burning.
Onward, Christian soldiers.
Oh, it's so bad.
Maybe this was not a good
No, maybe not. Next time, consult with me.
No, never. Not like your shirt. I know it was the other way around. So for one of his Valentine's Day presents, I got him a shirt, and this is what it says. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, except I got to ask my wife. One sec.
KJ said you call him Raggedy Ann. He likes it. He's like, because on the Zoom room says yesterday, he's like, man, I'm loving that fucking shirt, man. He's like, hey, if you ever get tired of it, send it my way. And I'm like, I got you.
I feel bad because I called him Raggedy Ann and he's still upset about it.
He's still a little butthurt about that. But it was a good one. It was a good one.
I mean, it helped me. It helped me on the way.
It was a very good one.
Okay, so our movie this week was called Pray for the Devil.
Devil for the Prey.
But P-R-A-Y is pray. P-R-E-Y is I'm going to prey on you.
Prey on you.
It took me a minute to realize that.
I thought that was spelled weird.
Because I was like trying to spell P-R-A-Y, like you're praying for the devil.
Yeah.
But it was not that.
Yeah,
so
it was meaning actual like prey because the devil wanted Anne.
So Anne is the prey.
Yeah. Obviously.
Got it.
Are you caught up now?
Yes.
Okay. It says it was only an hour and 33 minutes. It was long. It said it was an hour and 55.
I think it was wrong on there because it was way shorter than that. It was not 2 hours.
Oh, that sucks.
Because on the thing, it was like 133.08.
Oh.
So I think they just fucked it up.
133. Wow.
I know. Did you see what I saw?
So, yeah, Pray for the Devil, P-R-E-Y. We have... Gee, this is so sad. 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. We have a 17% on Rotten Potatoes.
That's bad.
But a 4.1 out of 5 on Vudu.
Okay. That's really bad. The 17 Rotten Potatoes?
And 57% of Google users like this movie.
That's better than 50%.
What is wrong with these people? Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was bad. So the synopsis.
Penis, peni.
Daddy sauce. The Roman Catholic Church combats a global rise in demonic possessions by reopening schools to train priests to perform exorcisms. Although nuns are forbidden to perform this, a professor recognizes Sister Anne's gifts and agrees to train her. Thus, onto the spiritual front line, she soon finds herself in a battle for the soul of a young girl who's possessed by the same demon that tormented her own mother years earlier. Well, that's just an evil demon. Release date is October 28, 2022. Mm-hmm. Director is Daniel Stamm. And all the rest of that's not important. So then we have Jacqueline Byers as Sister Anne. We have Christian Navarro as Father Dante. Colin Salmon as Father Quinn. Virginia Madsen as Dr. Peters. Ben Cross as Cardinal Mathers. And then some other folks. Well, Nicholas Ralph, Father Raymond, who takes a good parish. But yeah, that's sad. 17%.
Did he die?
Rotten. Yeah. Oh. That was when she was like kneeling down and she checked his pulse and she looked up at Father Dante and was just like.
Oh, I think I missed that because I was writing notes.
Yeah. He took a demise.
He died. So
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. This one was kind of a little all over, and it was kind of hard to take notes on because like so much random shit was happening. But we're gonna do our best here. So we open with a little girl praying and somebody screaming Annie and pounding to get into the bedroom, and eventually gets in.
Pounding with their head.
Yeah, okay. So when scary movies have people pounding and then they start using their head, that freaks me out.
And she was like doing it like loudly, like she
hard. Yeah.
Like she should have been bleeding profusely.
She probably was.
Probably.
But
or have major head trauma.
That's gross.
I mean, she was possessed, so.
But what's really cool about this movie, how it starts out, is they're in Boston, where there is a school for training priests to do exorcisms. So that's kind of cool. I gathered some information before about how many exorcisms actually happen around the world a year. And so about 5,000 exorcisms happen around the world per every year. And those are only the documented ones. So there are some undocumented ones. So just thinking about that at least, because there's only 365 days in a year, not including leap year. And that has to have a lot. That's like 5 or 6 exorcisms a day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's quite a bit.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of possessed people.
So in the school, or I guess it's a school / hospital /
where
the whole setting takes place.
Oh, it's I mean,
it's a school / hospital.
It's a school for possessed people for exorcism.
So what I like about this is it takes both sides of the story, because some people don't believe in exorcisms. So like the doctor, she's like, I don't believe in that because the mind can play tricks on you. And then the priests are like, wow, you don't see this in schizophrenic people. I'm sorry, you can't change your face shape because of a mental disease.
Or start talking in a completely different language.
Right. And so I like how they had both sides of the spectrum, where they're like, this is a mental disease / this is like a spiritual disease.
Yeah, they usually do that in the Conjuring movies too. Because there's always someone out there that doesn't believe.
So like on the first Conjuring, when we watched it, do I remember what episode? No, I do not. But it's The Conjuring, and it's labeled as such, where the police officer didn't believe in it, but he was there and he saw some stuff, and he's like...
And he's like, the guy said something to him. He's like, oh, was it the wind? That's what he says.
And I was like, I'd rather get shot any day.
Made him a believer.
So what's really kind of interesting about this is that Anne is the main character in this story, and she's a nun. But when you first meet her as an adult, she's just wearing like Doc Martens and like grunge clothing, and then she changes into her habit. And I'm like, I thought that was kind of something that you had to wear like all the time.
I guess not when you're in the room. No, I mean that. Well,
no, when she walks in, it was raining, and she changes into her habit.
It was raining outside. I don't know. I don't know how the whole thing works.
I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. So I actually have a first question for you. Are exorcism real?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be real? People get possessed all the time.
They do.
Because like even in church, there's people, like I've seen it happen quite a few times. Like people claim or are possessed by the Holy Ghost.
All right, take a shot, guys. The dogs are over here and causing ruckus. So yeah, I believe in that. That's just the one, I'm having a struggle today. The one that she walked in on and sat down on, that's an actual real exorcism. Mm-hmm. And you can go on YouTube and fucking listen to it. I did. It is terrifying. It's weird. Like it has a picture of her, but then it has like the noises, and they're speaking in like another language. And then they have
Bulgarian,
like
I think.
The translation on it too. And so
is it translation?
Yeah,
nice.
like on captions, so they can read along with it and what they're saying. And it's like fucking scary. And she starts reciting Latin, and she doesn't know Latin because she's just a poor farmer's daughter or whatever. And so crazy. Oh wait, but let's move back a little bit. So Nun Anne is, I guess, this person who helps out at the hospital, and so she feeds and bathes like patients, just makes sure everybody's okay. And she meets this old creepy guy who is eating applesauce, which is great. And then she meets a little girl who's a creepy fucker. She kids are fucking creepy.
Just specifically for you, little girls are creepy.
Do you want to remember what happened yesterday when we were sitting and eating brunch?
Oh, yeah.
We were sitting and eating brunch, and there's like two moms and their two kids are sitting at a table, and this little girl, loud voice, said, "Everyone dies."
Like randomly.
Right, like randomly, like super serious. And the mom's like, "Yeah, everybody dies." And I'm like, "Holy shit."
And then starts going
Bum,
dun,
bum,
dun, dun, like over and over and over again.
So, children are creepy, especially little girls. Little boys, they're just dirty. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure most serial killers out there are male, so I think they're creepier.
No, they just get caught more. Okay. So we have the creepy kid. Her name is Natalie. Clark starts to hum in his gross. That's what I wrote down, and I forgot. Oh, Clark is the old guy. So,
is that his name? I didn't
yeah.
even know his name.
She walks around like it's a little disjointed, yes, but it had some creepy parts. So she starts seeing the little girl like in a mirror, in a window.
Oh yeah, she saw her in her room. Yeah.
And so it's just kind of really creepy. But she goes and starts taking care of Clark, and then Clark, who's the old dude, transforms himself, and he's standing right there, and he's staring at her, and he's like, "I've been waiting for you." And he starts dancing with her, and like, ugh, and his face contorts. His tongue is huge, and they get all of this on video camera. Like, this guy is supposed to be catatonic, and he's dancing with, lifting her up off the ground, dancing with her around the room, and so they get it on videotape. It was creepy.
That was super hella scary.
Like, if that happened to me, I would probably have done what she did and punch him in the face.
Yeah, and he like snaps out of it, or demon goes away, and he's just like, "What happened?"
Yeah. But that's creepy. And so in this state, this is when the cardinal, who is the hierarchy of the parish, and then there's the fathers. So the cardinal, he says, "Oh, you should go to the nunnery, whatever, St. Mary's Nunnery or whatever, Abbey, St. Mary's Abbey."
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, so, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe that would be good." And she was like, "Well, like the father, the black guy, the black father, forgot his name, Quint?
No, father, I don't know, just say father."
So the professor, he said, "I would rather have her stay here so I can keep an eye on her." And so she starts going to his classes. And this is kind of where things start to take a turn. So Natalie is a little girl there because her family thinks she's possessed, but the doctor thinks it's just a mental illness. Obviously it's not, because fuck.
She's crawling on walls.
She's crawling up backwards on walls. Like, don't really think that's a mental illness.
Yeah. And talks in a demonic voice.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not a mental illness, that she can change her voice that much.
It's kind of like Conjuring 2, because when the Conjuring 2, the movie, when they're in London and the little girl gets possessed by Bill Wilkins, and she's sitting in the chair and he's like,
"Oh, yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, and then that one lady's not believing it still.
And so she puts water in her mouth and she holds it there, and she still can talk in the man voice, which is like a little girl. She's like 13. How is she supposed to sound like an old ass man?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the kind of same here. If your voice changed completely into something that I know you wouldn't do, I would believe that you would be possessed.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But for one, I wouldn't let it in. So.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have a choice. So this is when the class goes around and does their, I guess, rounds where they're trying to perform an exorcism, which, hey, any volunteers? Like, that made me laugh a little bit, because the nun, Anne, she like raises her hand, and the professor's like, "What?
Yeah,
really?"
It's like, anyone else?
Like, men wise, because women are not supposed to do exorcisms. So stop licking my foot. Take a shot. So she's like, "Oh, I want to go." And so her buddy, Father Dante, and Father Raymond go in there, and this girl is just like flipping out. And so this is where she climbs up the side of the wall. She starts throwing people. She starts throwing things. And then she goes to the window, and she gets stigmata on her hands. Do you know what stigmata is?
And maggots start coming out of it.
Yeah. Stigmata is when you have holes, like the crucifixion. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be holes, but it can be markings. Like, if you have the stigmata, like, you'll have markings on your feet and your hands, and then you'll have the cut on the side kind of thing. And then sometimes they'll have the crown thorn.
Yeah.
But
like in a movie, stigmata.
I haven't seen that in a long time. And so this is when like everybody's like, fuck, okay. And so they'll try to do the exorcism there, but if that doesn't work, then they go to the Vatican.
Yeah.
Which that's a long fucking flight. Why would you put a demon possessed girl on a fucking plane?
I'm sure they probably sedate them, I would assume. Or have them in a cage, I would assume. They wouldn't just have them in a seatbelt on the plane, like free-spirited.
Well, no, I mean, if it's a demon, it can take over the plane and crash the plane.
It's true.
So
it's true. Maybe they don't fly them. I don't know.
Put them on a boat? That's not any better.
That would take forever, too.
Slingshot them across the water.
Yeah, that's probably what they do. Rocket them.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Demon.
How would you get a demon across the water?
Well, that damn thing would probably start flying and then it'll just go on and do his own thing.
And it's like power, like hero. What is it? Hero fall? Hero landing.
Hero landing.
Hero landing into the Vatican.
And then it would just start possessing everybody and then just murder and destruction.
Great.
End of the world. Yeah. What is that? Apocalypse?
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Your favorite holiday?
The apocalypse. That's my favorite holiday. The apocalypse. It happens every year.
I mean,
happy apocalypse, everybody.
Happy apocalypse.
Jesus. No. No. So, this is when, so Natalie's now possessed. She's even worse than before. And this is when Nun Anne decides to take things into her own hands with the help of her friend Dante. Anne wants to learn more about the fatalities of past exorcisms. And so all of those are in the classified section in the library, so she's not allowed to go in there. But with the help of Father Dante,
she gets to sneak in.
She snuck in. And this is when we learn about
a lot of these people going to the Vatican and dying.
Yeah. And there's this one girl who got released, the only one in the pack, and she's having an interview, and she's like, oh, but you're healed, and she's like, no, and she's like, and she rips off her nose, and there's a hole in her face.
Yeah, like
that bothers me. I have a thing for holes, and I don't like holes, and so
that was a big hole, and it was in her face.
Not any better.
Yeah, when she was putting her hand up, I thought she was going to, like, turn into a demon or something.
I thought she was, like, going to cry or, like, I thought...
No, I knew it was something else that was going to happen. That was
gross.
Yeah, it was cute. Gross. It was cute. I liked it. She was missing a nose and half her mouth.
Like, that hurts
and half her cheek.
Face. Stop licking my foot. Take another shot, folks.
Man, it's like 5 now?
5 or 6, something like that. So I hope you guys are having a great day.
Yeah.
See you never. So this, like, Anne learns about this and everything, and then Father Dante comes and talks to her, and he's like, well, my sister's possessed, and I need your help. So they do...
Because she thinks that the way the exorcisms are working are obviously not working, because the fathers are not seeing them as like a patient, they're seeing him as just a demon. So she thinks that if you actually try to see the person and help the person out and try to get them to overcome it, then it'll work better. So that's when Father Dante agrees with her, and he's like, hey, the Vatican or the school won't help my sister out because of her situation. Her situation was she was, excuse my language, raped, and she had a baby and then lost it. So he thinks that what Anne was feeling and wanting to do is true, so they want to basically test it on his sister.
So kind of stemming off of that, not trying to interrupt, but people who are more so possessed by demons are those that have a lot of guilt and shame.
Yeah, and shame.
And shame. So those
and
are the
she noticed that.
Because then they feel that they are not worthy of God's love, so they're just like, punish me anyway, and that's when demons can come in and take over.
Yeah, which get them out of vulnerable state.
Yeah, it may be true in real life.
Probably is true.
That's interesting.
So then, they go to Father Dante's house, and I think his mom or whoever that is, aunt or something, says that she's been asleep for 3 days, which is insane.
I could do that.
Yeah, I bet you could. You could probably sleep for a year if you could. So then they go into the room, and she takes the holy water and basically rubs it on her forehead, and that's when it kind of like wakes up the demon a little bit, and she starts like scratching at her stomach, kind of waking up, and then she does it to her belly. or to the sister's belly. And then that's when a demon comes to fruition and
like looks like she's pregnant with a demon.
Yeah, with like a bunch of demon hands like touching on her belly, like it was about to bust out. It was fucking gross. But then she does what she thinks would help, and it apparently does help
for a little bit.
So we think.
So they're happy. They leave, and then the sister of Dante dies. She kills herself.
Yeah, she kills herself the next morning, and of course the school or church or whatever it is hears about it, and so then Anne thinks she's a failure, and she goes back to the St. Mary's.
Yeah.
This like
Abbey.
To basically be like a nun nurse,
random nun, like just a random nun person. I don't know. We're really bad at Catholic breakdowns of places.
I don't know.
She's just a random nun. It's
She's
fine.
a nun nurse. And then her friend, Father Dante, shows up. Well, I guess we kind of missed the main part. So after they help the sister out, supposedly, they're on the patio or porch or whatever talking. And then the sister had brought up about her losing her baby too. Because apparently when she was 15, Sister Anne, when she was 15, she got so drunk that she ended up getting pregnant at a party. Doesn't even know who the father is. But then when she went to St. Mary's, they found they had like took the baby and basically put her up for adoption.
Right.
So she got rid of her kid at that moment. So then that's when she tells Father Dante that. So, and this demon obviously knows that. So then that's when they go back to Dante shows up back at the St. Mary's and was like, so they thought that they helped Natalie too, and apparently they didn't. They had to bring her back to the school or whatever it is, and she murders a priest and two
attendants.
Yeah, attendants, and like basically tortures them alive.
And then she gives him the rosary, and then that's where he was like, "Fuck, this is Natalie's daughter."
Yeah, it's Natalie's daughter. So Natalie is Sister Anne's daughter,
and we find out that Anne is 25.
Find out she's 25?
Yeah, because she had the baby at 15. The kid's 10. 25.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't even put that together.
Math.
And Lala is staring creepily at the rope.
Take a shot.
Take a shot.
So we get back to the, I guess, school / hotel. Hospital. And this is when they're trying to save Natalie.
Yeah, and she is locked, and now she's like
locked in a dungeon.
She's locked in basically like a dungeon that was built, that the school was built on top of, I guess, for the
it's catacomby thing.
Yeah, catacomby thing, and they have a pool of holy water.
Good.
Which is dope as fuck.
Which is great, and so they like battle it out. I'm not going to get into the big fight scene where she takes out Priest Raymond.
Yeah, she fucks Raymond up. She only threw two of the priests, but she like dragged Raymond somewhere.
And then Natalie and Anne hug, and then that's when the demon goes from Natalie to Anne. And so this is when she's like, "Book, run." And then dumbass Dante just sits there and stares at her
for like 30 seconds. And he's like, "Oh shit, I need to run."
Sure.
And then he slowly he is carrying like a
10-pound child.
I'm pretty sure she weighs more than that.
Maybe.
Like 50 pounds, maybe.
But so, and he carries her, and he can't get through this gate, and so he squeezes the child to, let's play hide and seek, find a really good hiding spot. And then she just goes sits behind a fucking statue.
Sits behind a statue. A really not good hiding spot.
I'm like, come on. Ugh, that was stupid. But what happens was Anne kind of gets the whole transformation into the demon, and she's like...
She looks scary as fuck. Her
badass.
Eyes are like completely blacked out.
I wouldn't mind that. Take a shot, folks.
Like she has the devil incarnate inside of her. Yep,
Which
take
is
a
great.
shot.
Seriously, like they're struggling.
I'm sure she's super happy about that.
And so she finds Anne really easily because Anne sucks at playing Natalie sucks at playing hide and go seek. And she like grabs her from above and she pulls her up and
attempts to, I guess, drown her in the holy water.
But then Anne takes over her body again and she slowly pushes herself into the water where I guess
burns the demon away, or at least temporarily.
And
basically, I think when that big pool and roar, I think that was the demon releasing
Expelling
out.
itself.
Expelling itself, I'm sure. Because then she floats back up.
And then she's good. And she coughs up water and she's alive.
Barely.
And so now this is when she's the first woman that they're going to allow to study exorcism. And she has like a full scholarship to go to the Vatican and learn directly from...
That she got from the...
church.
What is his name again? The higher-uppy guy?
Cardinal,
yeah.
And so that's like a big honor because like the last woman who was able to legally do exorcisms...
1360?
something like that. And so 7 centuries later, she's now able to do it. But I really like at the end, she, instead of being dressed in her nun's habit, she was wearing a priest uniform. And so she had the collar on, she had like the black on too. So it was like that transition. I think that really helped with that.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. And she had her hair down. She didn't have it like in a thingamabob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she's not a nun anymore. She's one of the men.
She's a boy.
She's a boy now.
So,
but then she's, I guess, going to home.
No, I think she's going to the airport or something so she can go to the Vatican.
And then she has a what is it? Father, not Dante, just the professor, Father Professor. I can't remember what his name is in there. He says that for her to like watch out, be careful because she has been possessed by the devil, so she knows the devil, and now the devil knows her as well.
That's really creepy to think about. Like,
that
if you ever are possessed, like, you have a higher chance of being possessed again.
Mm-hmm. So then when on her way to the airport or wherever she's going, she starts seeing this lady in the street staring at her with no eyes.
See, that's creepy.
With white eyes and just staring at her. And then all of a sudden the cab driver turns around and starts saying her name in a demonic voice.
And then he all of a sudden is sitting next to her
in the back seat. And then she pulls out her cross and then...
It's done. He jumps at her.
So I don't know if she got possessed again or if that was like a big fight scene again.
He just really loved Anne from the beginning.
He did really love Anne from the beginning. I don't know why he wants her so bad. There has to be a reason why. I don't think they ever actually like... Because
even the
it
mom
said that she was like chosen by God or
or
something like that. So I think the devil's scared of her, and that's probably why he's trying to possess her and kill her.
Get in her.
He wants to give her some of that devil daddy juice.
Daddy juice.
Daddy sauce.
Gentleman's relish. All right, so what is your score?
Well, way better than fucking IMD Bizzle and Rotten Potatoes. Jesus.
They were cruel.
They were very cruel. I want to see what was wrong with the movie. I'll give it I don't know. Let's do an 8.5.
I'll give it an 8.
Because I want to know more about why she was so... I mean, we can only have our own assumptions of why the devil wanted her so bad. Like, since childhood.
Yeah.
Like, possessed the mom, made the mom torture her, and then, like, possessed her daughter. Like, what the fuck is this devil know that we don't? That's what I want to know. So I hope they make a second one. I hope. But with the reviews, they might not.
Fuck. I don't think so. Well, now we're going to move on to our topic. And this is my choice.
Your score, ma'am.
I said 8.
Oh, I did not hear you say that.
Because you don't listen to me.
Okay, so we're going to have to remember this, and I want you to go back to it. I want to hear.
I said it after and was like, I'll give it an 8.
Okay, so 8 and 8.5.
All right. We are going to be talking about sleep paralysis. So I did a little digging, and I wanted to tell what sleep paralysis is. And I got this off of saatva.com. I'm not going to say that because it's going to make me sound stupid. So sleep paralysis typically happens during the REM sleep stage. Your brain sends signals for your muscles to relax and be still. This is called REM atonia and is what keeps you from acting out your dreams.
That's good.
I feel like I move around a lot when I'm dreaming.
I'm sure you move some, but not like them when they dream.
That's me. So during sleep paralysis, your body is experiencing REM atonia as you're waking up or falling asleep. The result is a feeling of being paralyzed, though you're still able to breathe normally and move your eyes. An episode of sleep paralysis can last for a few seconds, up to a couple of minutes. The episode typically breaks on its own or when you move or are touched. That's it.
Oh, I thought there was more.
Okay, so sleep paralysis is one of my fears. Like I said, I think of random scary shit all the time, every day. So what will my mind make up as in sleep paralysis? So these are some stories. These
Probably
are the stories.
pray for the devil.
Probably. Fuck. And then I get sleep paralysis tonight, and I'm going to be freaking out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You can't talk during it. You can only move your eyes and breathe.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay, so there was something at the end of my bed watching me. It felt like I was being dragged towards them. I remember trying to scream, but no noise was coming out. I had to slowly fight to get control of my body. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life.
That's fucking creepy.
That's terrifying.
I would jump up and down.
Like, I heard a story about one where there was, like, something that crawled towards you.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
things that crawl freak me out.
Yeah, fuck that. Like in like movies where my creepiest crawl in movies is when they're like, they come out and they're on their back and then all of a sudden they like
crab walk
backwards though. Like their back is towards the ground. That's the fucking creepiest. And they do that so many times in movies and I fucking hate it.
I hate it too.
I don't remember falling asleep. I looked up at the ceiling hatch straight above my head, and there was a man peering down at me, and he was trying to climb down to kill me. I thought I was awake. It was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had. Jesus.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazed man trying to climb down. That's creepy.
Yeah, fuck that.
I usually see someone come into my room with a crazed grin staring at me. I try to scream, but I can't. They lean over and start suffocating me. It's a sense of overwhelming helplessness. The whole time, I'm just repeating to myself, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Jeez Louise. Sitting the smile is like the worst. Like I don't, like in Smile and also in the first time I seen something like that was Truth or Dare. Yeah, fuck that. That
Creepy.
smile is so scary. Waking up on my back. Oh, what'd you do last night?
You're not funny.
They were getting it in. Waking up on my back, I saw a dark creature in the corner of the room, but couldn't move. I tried to scream or speak, but couldn't. Right when I could move a finger, it would rush at me. Jesus.
All right, so this is a long one. The first time it happened to me when I went for a nap during the day, I was laying on my side facing away from my door. When I woke to the sound of my door closing, I tried to turn around to see who had come into my room, but I couldn't move. My eyes were wide with terror. I could see everything in my room. I heard this thing walk around my room, and then it sat on my bed, and I could feel the bed dip from its weight. It then shuffled towards me, and it felt like it had begun to spoon me. It was extremely tall. I was trying to move so hard, but I was just lying still. The thing started breathing on my neck and tickling my back. It then stood up and left after a few minutes. This was the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me.
I just wanted to spoon you.
Just wanted cuddles.
Yeah, fuck that.
Babe, do you want to cuddle a demon?
No, unless you're possessed by a demon, then
Great.
maybe.
Cool.
2 to 3 times every month on Redditor. One Redditor said during sleep paralysis they hear a feminine voice saying, "Go back to sleep," or "Good night, baby." The woman is clothed in black with skeleton hands and a young face. She's always sitting on their chest.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Also, I got some of these stories from Reddit, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I awoke to see a very tall man standing by my door, holding something behind his back and moving towards me very slowly. I couldn't move and I couldn't make a sound. It is definitely the most terrifying experience. So he's hiding something behind his back, walking towards you. That's that's fucking scary.
That's when you can start getting shot at. One Redditor explained she has had lifelong sleep paralysis. When it first started, she saw a man in the corner of the room, but the paralysis wouldn't let her scream to let her parents know about it. As time went on, the man would run his hands all over her body. One time, however, she saw the man dressed in black at the edge of her bed, crawling up to get her. This time, however, she screamed and discovered the man was actually real. The man ran away when she started screaming, and she called 911 immediately. They never caught him.
That's terrifying. But was it real?
She said this time it ended up being real. So I think she had it before,
and then,
but then
someone actually broke in and
it was a real person.
Okay. I woke up on my back paralyzed. Another person on their back.
Oh.
There was an old lady that sat at the end of my bed just smiling at me.
Yeah, fuck that.
I've never been so terrified. That was
I
a short
don't.
one.
Why do they always have to smile? I don't
'Cause it's
understand
creepy.
that. Like, I would rather them have like a pissed off, mean face than smile. Yeah, I'd rather have that. But a freaking demon or something just sitting there like, yeah, fuck that. No. Oh my God. Don't ever do that again. Jesus.
For listeners out there, I just gave him a really
God,
creepy.
that was
You know what?
not
I'm gonna
cool.
sit when you're sleeping and I need to wake you up.
Please don't ever do that. I might punch you. I just might. That was so scary, babe. Dude, oh my God. Oh, fuck me. Not with that face. No.
I'm just gonna do it sometimes.
Jesus.
Just make you freak.
Oh my God. Okay. Getting sleep paralysis on the regular never fully numbs the horror of one Redditor. One time they explained a little girl was off in the corner staring.
Nope.
Jesus.
Little girls, never
Back to
little boys.
girls.
Fuck.
Suddenly the girl shrieks, runs over, and starts choking them. One other time they heard scratching and pounding sounds outside their bedroom door. Of it all, the fact you can't scream for the help still scares them the most. Jesus.
I hate this. Okay. I see manifestations of horror in my bedroom at least once a week, from random people chilling on a chair at the bottom of my bed to creepy old ladies to swarms of flies, ants, bats. The worst thing I saw was someone hanging right above my head. I couldn't move. I wanted to cry. I couldn't sleep in my room for a few days after that.
I wouldn't be sleeping there ever. Fuck that.
How many more do you have left?
Just one.
Oh, I have two.
Last one for moi. As one person lie on their side. Ooh, now they're on the side. They got a little spoonage action. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you so much. Just read it.
You read it. As one person lay on their side, they felt someone slip into their bed with them and wrap their arms around their waist. Fuck that. They could feel the hot breath on their neck and the figure cuddled with them for at least 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
30 minutes. The thing finally said, "Not yet. You're not ready yet. I'll come back when you are." Oh my God, that gave me chills.
That's terrifying because it's going to come back and you never know when.
Fuck that. Why? Why'd it have to be the last one? Should have read that one first.
The worst one was seeing a dog sitting on one of my arms growling at me, and a girl whose face was covered with her hair sitting on my other arm. Girl. I only woke up when she lay backwards and I felt her hair on my face.
Oh my God.
All right, this is the last one. They've been terrifying times when I rolled over and looked at my boyfriend only to see a black and red striped face looming over his shoulder. That's fun.
My last one was not cool.
I'm
Not
scared.
cool at all.
I don't like
I
it.
should read it one more time.
Yes. Just read it one more time and then we can end with the scary, terrifying one.
As one person lay on their side, they felt someone slip into their bed with them and wrap their arms around their waist. They could feel the hot breath on their neck and the figure cuddled with them for at least 30 minutes. The thing finally said, "Not yet. You are not ready yet. I'll come back when you are." That is fucking terrifying.
I'm never ready, thanks.
That is terrifying. Oh my. 30 minutes and it was like, "Nah, I'll come back."
I'll check on you later.
Oh my God.
Ew. All right, well, that was creepy.
A little bit.
I'm glad we went over the jizz
Yeah,
terminology.
kind of break it. See, we should have did a jizz now, not before.
Gentleman's relish, daddy
sauce.
sauce. Blah. Oh.
Daddy sauce.
What is it? What's the one you don't like? Baby chowder?
The first
baby
two.
batter. Baby batter.
Let me see. It's like the first two I really
Ball
don't like.
barf.
Baby batter and ball barf. Ball barf is probably like the worst one.
Ball barf.
Ball barf.
Clam sauce.
I dare someone to start saying that. Be like, "Oh, give me your ball barf."
Gentleman's relish. Did you know back in the day, giving somebody a blowjob was called mouth congress?
Mouth Congress.
Yeah.
That's I call it Head Johnson.
That's annoying. All right. So I get the movie next time. My movie, you're going to hate it, but it's going to be a nice break because we've had a lot of serious, scary movies recently. So, Good Burger.
Oh, that's fine.
Good Burger is a good movie. You can watch it on Prime, Amazon Prime. You can watch it on Vudu, Redbox. I think really anywhere. I think it's there.
It's probably all over the place.
So it's going to be a fun one. This is a kid-friendly one. So if you want to watch it with your children, you can definitely do that. Ty, what's your topic?
It is.
Drum roll, please.
Dun dun dun.
Everybody dies.
That is a topic. I mean, kind of. It's a fear of death.
So death. We're going to talk about death.
Death.
This is going to be fun. This is the first topic that he didn't need to look up beforehand.
Right? It was just thrown to me at my feet.
When we're not qualified. That's what it was.
Just like, bam.
Sup.
Here you go. Sup. Death is here.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, that's our
demonic
episode this week. It's a little shorter, which is nice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night. But as you all know, we do have We're Not Qualified. So every fifth episode, we could go over any confessions, advice questions, really anything that you want to share with us. So please go ahead and email us at inforthenight.podcast. No. Wait, I'm getting lost. Oh, shit. inforthenight69@gmail.com. And then if you want to, you can also reach us at our website, inforthenightpodcast.com, and just go over contact and you can send us an email there as well. What else can you see on our website?
We have our merch and Patreon on there for if y'all like us so much and care to donate to the cause. There's different tiers. We would greatly appreciate it, and so would the dogs. And our merch is on there, which we've bought. We haven't gotten anything in a while, which we need to.
Yeah.
But there's, a little bit of everything. There's teacups, there's clothing, there's
socks,
workout shirts,
there's blankets.
There's just a whole bunch of stuff on there you can choose from so someone should be able to find something that they like just to help support and also spread the word. Also, like and review us.
Seriously, that helps us out more than anything.
Yeah, tremendously. Even if you don't like us, just give us 5 stars and then tell us why you don't like us.
By emailing us, and we'll read it online during We're Not Qualified.
Yeah. But we do have a lot of good reviews and 5 stars out there, and we really appreciate y'all for that. Thank y'all for all our listeners so far, and hopefully, and the ones to come. And also just let your friends, family, and dog and cats know about us.
Even your fish.
Even your fish. They would love to listen to our voices.
Sure. Well, we hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night.
And until next time, peeps, peace out.